Hey, what's happening, everyone? So here's a quick and dirty product review of the Nextorch UT61 helmet signal light. Again, this is not a paid advertisement. I get equipment and gear from various manufacturers, to test it out. They'd like to hear my feedback and if there's anything that they can improve on to make future designs better. So let's get right to it.
43 headquarters.
So at first glance, the UT61 seems to be assembled pretty well. The parts are all nice and tight. There are no loose parts, nothing shaking on the inside, so that's solid. Now, Nextorch does claim that this can be dropped at a distance of 2 meters and still work properly. I have yet to try that and see if it will actually work. Nextorch does also claim that you can submerge the UT61 underwater at a distance of 1 meter, and it is actually water resistant. And again, I haven't tried that yet either, as I did just get the unit, but I was excited to try it out and actually just get to see how easy it was to operate and quickly learn how all the functions work on this. Now, if we take a look at the casing is opaque. So this is a nice little feature because it does diffuse the light, so it doesn't make it so overbearing. When we take a look at the battery cover, when you unscrew this, it will give you access to the battery, and then it does seal up so that water can't get inside. And Nextorch claims that it's got a 72-hour runtime for the battery. Now, on the back is the Velcro backing and a clip. Now, the clip can be used to clip on, let's say, to a MOLLE compatible soft body armor. Let's say a police officer is doing some sort of traffic event or a city parade. They can be easily seen while keeping their hands free at the same time. When we're looking at it for non-law enforcement or civilian use, someone could use it, let's say, on a trail ride or bike riding and whatnot, and easily clip it to a backpack or a part of their bike. The clip can also be easily removed, so it does have a Velcro backing, and this can be attached to a helmet as well as basically anything that's got Velcro hook and loop. Now let's take a look at the light color output selector. The UT61 does have 5 light color outputs ranging from red, green, blue, white, as well as red and blue. There's also 2 different modes. You've got static and you also have a blinking mode. Now the light can be seen, so it does have a 360-degree visibility on the unit itself, and it would have been nice where you would be able to select only half and half. That way, when you are making an approach, and again, we're talking in a law enforcement capacity or context, you would not be seen approaching from the front, but your members on the team would still be able to see you from behind. But again, it's not the end of the day because, when you have, specialized units that are operating in the darkness and they're using NVGs and whatnot, you also have the infrared capabilities of the UT61. Now, it wasn't too hard to figure out how to operate this really without using the manual. So if I wanted to fire this up, I'll just give this a click, and I know that the batteries are still working. It's got the little blinking light. Now, if I actually held this unit, then it'll come on. And that's the static version right there. And then again, it is pretty easy for me to switch between the different colors using the selector here. We'll just keep it on red for now. There's the red and blue version, and I'll just get it to the red, static red. Now, if I wanted to switch to the blinking mode, all I have to do is press the button, and it's an easy switch. And if I want to go back to static, just click the button again, and then it goes to static. So the button is nice and big, so even if you are wearing duty gloves, it is easy to access, and you get a pretty decent tactile feel knowing where the button is. And again, you won't see obviously, but you'll be able to tell through reflection and what's happening in the dark. So the different buttons for modes, you've got the infrared. So this was easily accessible even wearing duty gloves. We did try it out. And on the rear, you also have the capability to link a multiple UT61s. Although I checked the manual and it didn't actually say how many or what the maximum number was that I can link them up to. But there is a master and a slave mode where I'd be able to connect a number of them together, and they would all actually go in sync, including the blink mode, so you'd know exactly who was on your team. So for law enforcement agencies who are operating on a relatively lower budget, or maybe even airsofters who are just starting out or are looking for additional equipment to add to their kit, as well as outdoors people, folks who like to get out onto the trails, whether it's walking, trekking, or even on their bike. I think the Nextorch UT61 is a very viable option. It doesn't break the bank. It's relatively easy to use. If you lose it, again, it can be easily replaced without, pretty much breaking your wallet. So I'm going to put the link down below if you wanted to learn more about the specifications for the UT61 for anything that I may have not answered. And again, there's a number of distributors that are selling Nextorch around the world. Check it out.